Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sprinkles Kisses for Kids. Today, I will read a book to you named Monster Boy and the Classroom Pet. For as long as he could remember, Marty Unster wanted a pet, but since his parents were monsters, Marty wasn't sure that was the best idea. One time, the Unster's neighbor, Mr. Ree, brought home a kitten. The next day, Mr. Ree's pet went missing. Another time, Miss Ippy got a new fish tank. Later that day, all the fish disappeared. Shortly after that, all of the animals in the neighborhood moved away. Still, Marty really wanted a furry little friend to play with. So, one day he talked to his parents about it. "Mom! Dad!" Marty began. "Can I get a puppy?" "Yes, of course you can," Miss Unster said, smiling widely. "Yes, the bigger, the better," Mr. Unster said. "Don't worry, dear," Miss Unster said. "If you get a pet, we'll share some of it with you." Marty had heard enough. "Mom!" he scolded. "I do not want to eat the pet. I want to have a pet to play with." Mr. and Mrs. Unster truly wanted their little boy to be a monster like them. But they also knew it would take time. "We're sorry, Marty," Mrs. Unster said. "Maybe a pet is not such a good idea." And so, Marty went without a pet. He got to play with his friend Sally Wheat's dog when he went to her house. But he really wanted a furry friend of his own. One day, his teacher, Miss Taken, made an announcement. "Children, starting Monday, we will have our very own classroom pet," she said. "It will help us learn about animals." The class shouted. "I will need some of you to help me take care of him," Miss Taken said. Almost every hand in the class went up. When the children arrived on Monday, Miss Taken explained how to care for the hamster. She talked about the pellets they eat. She talked about keeping fresh water in the cage at all times. She talked about giving the hamster things to chew and things to crawl through so it would not get bored. And she talked about the exercise wheel so the hamster would not get fat. "That's boring," Bart Ully whispered. "Why couldn't we have gotten something cool like a python?" "Be quiet, Bart," Marty shot back. "Hamsters are cool too." "Now, class, the first thing we have to do is name him," Miss Taken said. "How about stupid?" Bart muttered. Marty felt the fur on his back starting to rise. He felt his blood getting hotter. He thought his eyes were starting to bulge out. Marty tried hard to control his monsterness. "Mistaken," he said calmly. "What about Gonzo?" The other kids seemed to like it. "Gonzo it is," Mistaken announced. Marty looked into the cage. "Hello there, Gonzo," he said. The hamster looked right back at him. "What are you doing, Onster?" Bart said. "Talking to your cousin?" Marty was really starting to get really angry. It was going to be too much for him to control. Finally, Bart went too far when he said, "Why did we need to get a classroom pet anyway? We have Marty! We should learn how to feed and take care of him." Marty felt his skin turning blue. He felt his fangs pop out. His ears pointed even more than usual. Marty became a blur. He flew around the classroom, whizzing by frightened students and knocking over desks. When it was over, Marty didn't feel blue anymore. Bart and a few other kids were covered in slobber. And something was missing. "Where's Gonzo?" Sally called out. "Oh no! Gonzo ran away!" Marty's cheeks turned red. He knew exactly what had happened to Gonzo. "I bet the crazy monster boy ate him," Bart said, wiping off slime. Marty had to think quickly. "Mistaken!" Marty cried. "I think I saw Gonzo heading down the hallway. I know I can find him." "Go ahead, Marty," she said. Marty stepped outside the classroom. Then, when he was alone, he forced out a giant, smelly burp. Gonzo popped right out and shook himself dry. Then he looked up at Marty. "Sorry," Marty said. When Marty returned with Gonzo, he had saved the day. And when he got home from school, he got another surprise. "Marty," Mrs. Unster said, "we have a little furry friend for you to play with. Meet your baby brother." The end. Thank you so much for joining me today. And please remember to thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, see you soon.